I've got the words that you used from the transcript, Nathan, and it's the briefcase analogy, and it was beautifully done. And it goes like this. And one of the things that I think that went really well, and the takeaway is we found an analogy to help us explain damages. We approached this case as we approach all of our cases. Our firm, every one of our lawyers has been a prosecutor. And so no surprise, we don't try our cases like the typical personal injury lawyer. We prosecute our cases. So conduct is a big focus. And for the defense lawyers listening to us, admitting liability is actually something we don't like. So anyways, which is kind of funny. So please don't listen. Just don't admit liability with us. We prefer to actually put on a liability case, which I know sounds counterintuitive, but we've got our reasoning. But in coming up with a way to explain damages, I mean, there's a few different things that we did. One, we didn't really try and separate the case into two parts, right? I mean, one, it was all the same thing. So, and I know that sounds messy, but if you take a step back and you think, we never clearly delineated conduct and damages, right? It was kind of blurred. But two, Nathan and I was able to find it. We came up with an analogy that, ironically, when Nathan joined the firm, he kind of had come up with a version of this on his own. And then he started sharing it. And I remember I was like, Nathan, you know, that's like the briefcase analogy, right? And he's like, huh? What are you talking about? And then I get on YouTube and I'm showing him and Zach. I'm like, dude, like people do this all over the country. Like this is like the Rowleys of the world. They do this, what you just came up with. And I've got the words that you used from the transcript, Nathan, and it's the briefcase analogy, and it was beautifully done. And it goes like this. Consider this. Imagine December 20th, 2022. A man shows up at Charlie Clark's father's door. Michael answers the door. There is a man with a black briefcase. He says, "Is this Mr. Clark?" Mr. Clark says, "Yeah, what are you doing here?" The man says, "I have something for you. There's $38.4 million in this briefcase, and I want you to have it." And Michael Clark says, "For what? Nobody just hands somebody that kind of money." The man with the briefcase says, "You're right. This isn't for free. We're going to take something from your son tomorrow. There's going to be an incident. His trust in his providers is going to be broken. He's going to have bruises on his arm. He's going to try to strangle himself. And not only that, after it's over, you're not going to really see what happened to him for months. You're not going to know the extent of it for months."
Thanks for listening to Courtroom Stories and Tactics by RVA Trial Lawyers. Hosted by Sharif Gray and Niall Abusaki. Please subscribe and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or any major podcast platform. Together, we're building a tribe of trial lawyers to remind the world what human life is truly worth, one verdict at a time.